Hello. I'm Caitlin.
I'm Charlene, and this is a work of fiction that we worked on together called Coffee Shop, and I dedicate this to all the coffeeholics out there, especially you, Ma. All right, Caitlin and I wrote this piece together. First, we drafted two character sketches, and then we tried to think of a conflict to put them in. And from there, we decided to take turns writing each paragraph.
The scene is a coffee shop at noon. The line isn't too long, but the baristas and waitresses look stressed out because it's almost lunchtime. They know in any minute there will be a mob of people clamoring for something to eat and drink.
There's no telling what can happen. At the counter, we have two young men getting the orders from their customers. On the other side of the round piece of glossy wood, we have a teenage girl named Abba. She's examining the menu of the coffee shop, the words blurring into each other. The music through her headphones is blaring, but she can still hear the impatient groans from the growing line. One woman in particular didn't sound too happy.
That woman is named Lori. She's a well-put-together lady in her mid-50s with expertly blow-dried blonde hair. The way she stands with one hip out to the side and her hands crossed seems to say, I am the most important person in this line. Hi there, darling. Can you please hurry up? Lori says to Abba. Darling is a kind word, but her tone tells a different story.
Through the music, Abba hears the comment. Giving a sigh, she decides to ignore the remark among the line that is building up beside her. Are you ready to order yet, miss? The worker named Jared says, and Abba continuously ignores the humans that felt impatient. A soft thinking moan leaves through this girl's lips, a hand to her chin and an anti-dance on her feet. This girl continues to overlook a simple menu that was plastered on a blackboard, fighting through her mind over what she wants. What is it that she is in the mood for? It's a dog-eat-dog world in a life of decision-making.
Can you believe this girl? Lori says to her fellow customers, but they avoid making eye contact with her. Seeing that she is getting little support, Lori turns her attention back to Abba. It's not like you're picking a husband here. Just choose.
Without flinching, Abba moves a hand into her sweater pocket and lowers the music on her MP3 player. She twists her lips and turns around slightly to see the woman before her. Miss, why don't you bite your tongue? I'm trying to think. Without a second thought, Abba turns back to the guy behind the counter to order. Yet again, she stumbles upon a challenge between the chalk-covered menu. It isn't easy when you can't see very well.
Lori is shocked. Again, she turns to her fellow customers for support. Can you believe she just said that? Her bug eyes seem to say. Again, her fellow customers avoid eye contact, as if they have just noticed something fascinating and brand new about their watches or phones. I just need to center myself, Lori mutters, like in yoga class.
Examining the woman behind her, Abba felt disgusted. Without thinking twice, she turned around and said, why don't you go and gossip about the weather somewhere where it's necessary? No one likes a big mouth. Turning back to the menu, Abba finally decided to get hot chocolate with cinnamon sticks. She had enough of the snarky attitudes that emit from the now long line of people. She took her receipt, steps outside the queue, and angrily walks to a chair and table to wait for her snack. At least that is what she wants, but she ends up walking directly into Lori, accidentally pushing her into a sign advertising a discount.
You must be joking, Lori exclaims. She did that on purpose, didn't she?
Oh, Abba winced, blushing at the embarrassing moment that just sprouted. Miss, your hot chocolate, Jared says, and Abba, without saying a word, went to grab her drink. Sorry, Abba admitted, and she clumsily bumped into the side of another table. Ow, Abba grumbles, holding her bag of cinnamon sticks and her hot chocolate tighter.
Now all of the customers have stopped looking at their fascinating phones and started looking at Lori. They are sure she's going to lose it. Lori herself for a second thinks she's going to lose it, but then she realizes she suddenly isn't furious anymore. Abba had seemed like such a jerk up there in front of the line, but when Lori bumped into her, she just seemed like a young girl, one with very thick glasses, who maybe couldn't see that well. It dawns on Lori that maybe she was the one who was the infuriating jerk.
That glasses girl doesn't seem okay, says the other guy named Robbie, who seems to be doing nothing to shorten the impatient line. Jared, who is actually working, sighs angrily and ignores Robbie. May I take your order? Jared says to Lori, who is now finally able to order. It's not like we see people bumping into things so often, useless Robbie admits, and Jared turns to shut his coworker up. We're not allowed to talk about our customers, Robbie, he admits, leaving Lori another minute to think of what just happened.